I don't know how to stir.
Yeah, that's wrong.
Hi everyone, we are here at Game Night Lounge in Portland, Oregon. It's got this huge selection of board games for people to play, and they can come have some awesome drinks, have some awesome food, and learn how to play a game. So today we're talking with Chris, the owner, and we're also playing this game Onitama at the same time, and we're gonna drink and talk.
What was the kind of the vision coming in here? Like, obviously board games and beer, but like, as far as like a bigger impact on the community, what were you guys thinking?
Well, for the community, I wanted some place that people could come and not just like watch a sports game or maybe watch a movie. I wanted to be able to have friends come by and be involved in something, and that something was going to be board games.
So this is kind of like chess, right? But chess light.
Yeah, like a chess light. I mean, it has its own complexities and so on and strategies, but it's really quick to learn and it's really fun.
Is this a good move?
It's classically known as the best opening move.
That one there?
Yeah.
I mean chess, right? But not chess.
Onitama Grandmasters will say that it's
Fair. I didn't know I was playing with a Grandmaster.
All these games here, where did all these come from?
Well, originally it came from mine and my business partner's collection, and that was around 400 we had. That was just sitting in my garage and in game bags. Once we opened the place, we bought like about 100 more. So right now I think we're at like 500 and something. But we're getting more every week.
When you're putting the place together, I want to know like some of the biggest like hurdles and maybe mishaps and how you got over them.
Well, like since there's not so many places out there like this, we didn't know necessarily how many people we should hire, and we didn't know necessarily, how well it would go off right away. This is what, month 8, and we're doing really well. Right. So, I mean, little growing pains here and there, but we are doing really well.
Do you think that's a lot because the community's word of mouth, or is it because of the game nights that you have and the different events to bring people together?
I think definitely the game nights bringing people together is a really big thing. People like, playing games with strangers a lot of the time. And I've seen people play games here for the first time, and then they become good friends afterwards and come by like at least once a week.
It's kind of like a relaxing environment because everyone here is not, they're sort of like mind, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And that's kind of like what you get in a lot of different bars is, you have different dive bars here and there, but then this one is something to cater to, in my opinion, a community that doesn't come out a lot. So have you found people that come here that have been like, I don't go to any other bars and stuff like that, I just come here?
Most people that do come here, I don't know, it's not who you think they might. Like, people come here from all ages, all backgrounds, everything. Like, I've seen, like, engineers at big tech companies, which you sort of might expect sometimes. Right. And then I've seen, like, people fresh out of high school. I've seen, people in their 60s come by just because they like chess and, like, Go and things like that. So it's all different, and it's just, what games you like and who you want to play them with. I think one of the biggest kind of hurdles was, just getting the name out, finding different avenues that you can actually, say, hey, we're here, and, if you're interested, come on by. We had a lot of different ideas for a name, and we wanted to make it stand out as it has games and also could be a bar at the same time. Places like this are springing up all over the U.S., and so a lot of names are being taken. So when we think we have something really original, like it's in our pocket, we do some hard research and we find, someplace already has that name in like Europe or whatever.
Right.
So what would you say is like maybe the game that gets the most play?
Catan certainly gets played a lot. Onitama for sure.
Yeah.
A game that you might not expect that gets a lot of play, Survive, which is an older game, made in like the late 80s. We show it to people and they really enjoy it, and it just kind of clicks with them, like it's survived the test of time.
All right, so we're gonna take a look at this collection of games that we got here. Anything here that you want to like particularly brag about that you have?
Yeah, some of these are kind of hard to come by. Talisman, for instance, is one that they have re-released, but this is one of the originals. Blood Bowl, of course, is a classic. Fireball Island, which is over here, that one is very popular, and a lot of people will remember that from their youths. Hero Quest, of course.
The best thing about Hero Quest is...
Yeah, I need to find that guy. Amazingly enough, Star Wars Epic Duels game is a really, really hard game to come by. It's just like a battle game, like So one-on-one, but it's just very tactical, and yeah, it's just a really fun game. Classics like Betrayal.
Betrayal.
Yeah, Battlestar Galactica, or its kind of cousin, Dark Moon, or Battlestar Galactica Express.
This guy right here, Dark Moon, was originally a condensed rules version of the Battlestar Galactica game, which made it so it didn't take 6 hours to play. And then they re-released it as Dark Moon with not Cylon words in it as its own game and stuff like that.
And it still holds its own as a game. Like thematically, it works really, really well. Trump the game, of course, right? For all those people that like that game.
Terrible President, the game. This one's one of my personal favorites of all time, Smash Up. It's a card game where you choose 2 different factions, and there's all kinds of factions like zombies and dinosaurs and aliens and robots and stuff like that. You take 2 of them, you mash them up together, and that's your deck, and then you battle it out to control bases against other people's decks of like robot ninjas or alien wizards or things like that.
Some of my personal favorites I have over here. Tzolk'in, the Mayan calendar. Great game. It has a really good theme of timing to it. And it has this wheel that turns every turn, so where your worker once was, it's in a different place later. And I also like Hive, which is just a really fun strategy, really simple. One-on-one.
So this is Dead of Winter. Dead of Winters came out in like a little bit when people were starting to get really tired of the word zombie appearing everywhere. Except Dead of Winter was like, okay, we're gonna do a thing about zombies, but we're gonna be good about it. So this is a game where you actually have to like manage having like your settlers and stuff, and like you have to manage your outposts and stuff as like, you know, winter's happening and everything, so you're trying to survive there and like scavenge for things as like zombies are coming and stuff. It's very, like, for what it is, it feels very, I guess I want to use the word realistic for like what it would be like if there was like it has this whole system where it will be like, okay, here's a situation, you need to make a choice, and neither of the choices are good. So do we let this little girl die out in the woods, or do we waste some effort to go find her and risk killing some of ourselves too? And then you watch people at the table be like, nah, forget that little girl.
Yeah, big choices have to be made. And there's also the hidden betrayer element in there as well.
One of the neat things about this is that they have, and you can look over here on this little chart that they have, is that they have all kinds of different levels of games. So it doesn't matter if you're like the most experienced board gamer on the planet, or if you're like have never even seen anything outside of Monopoly before, they have something that can suit your interests. And they also have Legendary Big Trouble Little China, which is beautiful because any game that features Kurt Russell is a good game.
Some great games if you haven't played them before. Champions of Midgard, which I find to be a lot like Lords of Waterdeep if you're down with that type of game. The great thing about this one, not only do you kind of fight each other for points, you're also battling different monsters. And it's just very thematic, and I just love games like that.
They have, you know, current games, they have old games, they have this just a really beautiful collection here. You know, I've worked at a game store for many years. I have my own collection of games and stuff, and I can say this is a really amazing collection of board games. Thanks for showing them to us.
Hey, anytime.
Everything's made in house. They've got pickled everything. I'm trying like these pickled turnip right here. That's like the way I want to eat every turnip. Right? Like seriously, like a pickled turnip, yes. And we're trying the kimchi right now. This is important. I'm not even a kimchi nut, but I could like eat this all day long. It's just so refreshing. So yeah, the pickled stuff here is great, but like they do everything in house. They pickle everything in house. Pretty impressive for the tiny kitchen they have back there. The food here, even compared to like regular Portland places, is on another level. One of the best sandwiches I've ever had in Portland was this lamb meatball sub. I don't even know what that green sauce is, but I want it all over my body. The chef also fancies pickles. I mean, like, really fancies these things. He just puts everything in vinegar, and it's good. I mean, he really knows what he's doing. Above and beyond that, there are a variety of different picklebacks you can get, including a balsamic pickleback. I mean, we got garlic, we got everything. So if you like pickle shots, you guys need to come here and check it out. This place has your standard assortment of beers, but they have some pretty special mixed drinks. Right now it's the fall menu, and we were all over this spiked apple cider. I mean, look at that crock pot. That is some fancy stuff right there, and they really know what they're doing. All right, Holly's gonna teach me how to make a drink.
Yes.
I have no idea what we're doing, but the fall menu's out, so I'm pretty freaking excited about that. What do we put in this glass right now?
So right now we're gonna make the Mr. Jack, and it's all on you. Okay?
Good, my bartending experience is wonderful.
You're putting a sugar cube.
All right, one sugar cube. Can I use my hands?
Cube. Yep.
Is that cool? Sugar cube. All right, you ready?
Boom.
Professional,
all right?
right?
Yeah.
All right.
I'm impressed. I'd hire you maybe. So now you're going to take these black walnut bitters by Fee Brothers, and you're going to...
It smells good.
I know, they're delicious. You're going to do 2 dashes on that cube.
All right. On the cube. Oh, no, on my hand.
I mean...
3 dashes. Okay, it's going to be close. Should I lick this?
No, don't lick that. Don't do it. You'll be fired immediately. Next, you're going to do a shot of soda water in there. Just a quick...
How much is a shot? Like 2 seconds?
No, like a half second.
Half second? All right, ready?
Yeah.
Soda water.
Boom. No, that was too much. It's fine.
I've ruined it.
You're drinking this. You're going to muddle that sugar cube up so it's all gone.
All right, we're muddling around here. All right, there we go.
There you go.
And that excessive amount of sugar water.
It's a little excessive.
Every bartender is cringing right now.
Sorry, guys. Perfect. So now you're going to do a ½ ounce of cherry hearing.
All right, so what's this stuff here?
That's cherry hearing. It's a cherry liqueur. It's delicious.
There we go.
There you go. You kind of look professional right now.
There we go.
That's not full all the way.
What?
You didn't fill it all the way to the top.
It wasn't all the way to the top?
No, so just do a touch more. That's it. Yeah.
There we go.
There you go.
Exacting amounts here.
Exacting amounts. 2 ounces, this guy, of Rittenhouse rye.
Do we call this the King Jigger?
Sure.
All right, the King Jigger, all right. Now we're talking my language. Rye, all right. All the way to the top.
All the way to the top.
We don't mess around with rye. This way, this way. Turn it around. There we go.
Top. All the way to the top. All the way to the top. All the way to the top.
Oh, no, I'm going to spill it. I'm going to spill it.
Pour it in.
Oh, God, get in there.
Look at you.
Look at that rough pour right there. All right.
That's all right. It happened. You're going to put ice in that.
All right, so a little bit of ice. How much ice do we want?
Fill it up. Fill it up. Fill it up.
Fill it up with ice.
That's perfect. Perfect. Leave it like that. And then you're going to stir it.
All right.
I'd like to see how you stir it.
All right, how do I stir? I don't know how to stir.
Yep, that's wrong. That's
Wrong? What am I doing wrong? How do you stir? Show me. I'm going to learn how to stir, guys.
This is a bartender.
Look at this. Look at this.
See that? You got to twirl it. You got to keep the spoon up against the glass, right? So then you get it all stirred around in there. See that wrist action, that finger
Look at this.
action?
Look at this. I go to school 4 years, couldn't do that.
And then a cherry. And that is the Mr. Jack.
All right, let's try this. Cheers. I can barely even taste the whiskey, and that's weird because you didn't cut it with citrus.
Nope.
God, that's good. All right, so what's your favorite night of the week here?
LGBT night.
All right, what night is that?
It is the second Wednesday of every month. We host a LGBT night. We usually do different themes. Next month, October, we will be doing an Oktoberfest theme where we'll be partnering with Falling Sky Brewing, and they're going to have a bunch of gear to raffle off, and they're going to do a little tap takeover. They do all German-style beers, and we raise money for SMIRC, the Sexual Gender Minority Youth Resource Center here in Portland every month.
How do you feel about the community you pull in here? Like,
Hella queers.
have you been able to make like a lot of friends and meet new people? Like, is it bringing
definitely.
people together? Like, tell me a
Yeah.
little bit about like what you were telling me earlier about people coming in and like meeting new people and that sort of thing.
Yeah, so something really cool about game night is that we're a safe space for everyone, and we try and make that very clear. So on LGBT night, like this one time, this person came in off the street and they like looked normal, right? In their like norm gear.
What is normal in Portland? Like,
I know.
Normal in Portland is like a chicken out.
Cutoffs in a t-shirt, like pretty much what I'm wearing.
Yeah.
And then they like, well, they were wearing pants. They took off their pants and they were wearing shorts and tights. They started putting lipstick on. They started like just like totally doing themselves up. And I was like, they got past our threshold and knew that here they would be able to be whoever they wanted to be. And that's awesome because that's like what we're about, you know? If you're a geek and you want to play games, be a geek and come play games. Want to be a queer and play games? Be a queer and come play games.
And if you are visiting and you're afraid of that stuff, come here anyway and get used to it.
Yeah!
Good for you.
It's really awesome to see nerdy places like this popping up all over the place. As we move forward and see that these are successful, hopefully these are going to pop up in more cities. You know, from the size of the place, I would have expected this to be sort of a side quest if you're coming to visit Portland. But the quality of the food, the quality of the drinks, and the atmosphere really make this a main quest. Even if you're not going to play games, you want to come here just for the food and the cool people. It's also really laid back and accepting, so no matter what you're into, get in here and check it out.